Welcome back, students. So today we are going to first discuss about the syllabus. Now recently there has been a change in the syllabus, children, so there are few things that we need to also change according to the syllabus. So that was the code, that is 402, and this is the syllabus for 2021. Now, in this particular syllabus, there are few things that have changed, and I'm going to just discuss few things with you. Now, the first thing is the most important is previously this was just a 30 marks theory paper, but now it is a 50 marks theory paper. So 50 marks theory and 50 marks of practical. Let me just highlight that. Okay, so that's the first thing. So previously it was 30 marks theory and 70 marks of practical, but now it is 50 marks of theory and 50 marks for practicals. Now this is the thing that we need to discuss is, and we have two parts in this, that is part 1 and part A and part B. So I'm going to discuss about the part A, and this particular part A is totally based on theory. So this is something that you need to by heart few things for this, and these are the theory chapters that we have, that is communication skills, self-management skills. Children, these are the same chapters that we have discussed in class 9, just few extra things are there, but almost all it is all the same. You just have to read these chapters. We are anyway going to discuss these chapters. We are going to read few of the important points from these chapters, but you can also start reading this chapter. It is very easy to understand. Now, out of this theory chapter, the first chapter that we have is the communication skills, which is totally based on English. That is your English communication and English grammar. So this is something, as I said earlier also, that you have to do it yourself. But possibly if the schools opens, then we will be having, maybe possibly few teachers, English teachers will be guiding you in these particular chapter, but it is very easy to understand if you are if you are actually going through the English classes. So definitely you can understand this particular chapter. You really don't need anything extra. So if you're really doing good in English, you will be able to handle this particular chapter, that is communication skills. So this is something that I told earlier also, that this you have to do it yourself, since this is totally based on English grammar. The second thing is self-management skills. Okay, this we will discuss about this chapter. Okay, then we have information and communication technology skills. Now this is something already we have done with this chapter. If you can remember the different types of networks and about the basics of computers and everything of that. So this is something very simple and already we have done with this application. So client server architecture, peer-to-peer architecture, all that we have discussed. So this is the same chapter that we have. Okay, so that is about the information and communication technology, and this is also about something extra. Okay, I was actually, that was part B that I was talking about, that is web application security, that is internet security and different types of networks that we have. But if you talk about this chapter also, so in this particular chapter they have told how to use your Windows operating system, how to create a folder, how to create a file, how to create a subfolder. So these are some of the basics that they have told in this chapter. Anyway, if you really feel something difficult about it, then we will go through this chapter as well. I was actually talking about this chapter, that is web applications and security. So this is a chapter that we have done, children. Okay, so different types of networks and the security issues, then the blogs that I talk about, right, how to create a blog, everything is there in this particular chapter, which belongs to part B basically. So let us just finish with part A. So this is the chapter. It is a very simple chapter about how to use your operating system. So anyway, if you find anything difficult into this, once we can just go through this also. And then we have entrepreneur skills and the green skills. So we are going to go through these chapters, and there are certain important points that I will just highlight for you, which will be important exam point of view. Now children, the thing is, these part 8 and these chapter of part A basically holds only 10 marks. So can you see this? So all these chapters together will hold 10 marks. So 10 marks will be asked from these theory chapter. So yes, these are theory chapters and you have to do it, but there is very low weightage for this chapter, that is of only 10 marks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some of the notes. Already CBSE has provided a lot of contents. Some of the contents I have shared with you just a day before or 2 days before on the WhatsApp group, so you can go through that notes as well. So that was about the part A, children. So this is totally theory part, English part. Then we have self-management, information communication, basic use of the operating system, entrepreneur skills, and the green skills. So few things we will discuss about this chapter, but understand it is only for 10 marks altogether. All this chapter together will hold 10 marks, and these are basically the number of hours that will take. Okay, so you have to focus over here, that is 10 marks. Then 40 marks that we have is for this part B, and that's the 40 marks. So 40 and 10. So this, you can see that is total 40 and this is 10, 50 marks of theory. Now in this, what has happened is, first thing is we don't have presentation application. So we had started with a PowerPoint, but we do not have PowerPoint application. So but what extra they have added is that we have done with digital documentation, that was MS Word and the spreadsheet, but that was intermediate level. And this, what they have done is, in spite of PowerPoint presentation, they have added some advanced features that we need to learn for, for the documentation, digital documentation, and for the electronic spreadsheet. Some of the advanced features are there. Okay, so we need to understand and we need to learn the advanced features. So for digital documentation, total marks that we have is 8 marks, and for the spreadsheet we have 10 marks. Database management system, we have the maximum 12 marks, and the web application and security. Now this particular chapter already we have done, children. That was various types of network and the security issue and the how to create blogs, how to use chatting applications and all that. Okay, so this we have done. So what is left is few of the theory chapter. I will be providing the notes to you, and also I will discuss few things about this, but altogether this chapter of part A only holds 10 mark. And then for the part B, we have the most important chapter is the documentation, the spreadsheet, and the DBMS, that is database management system. So please understand that these okay, let me just erase this. Okay, so digital, okay, documentation is very important, then electronic spreadsheet and the database management system. So these are the 3 chapters that we have to maximum focus on, and of course we have the web applications already we have discussed, that is of 10 marks. So that makes total 40 marks, as you can see out here. So altogether these chapters are of 40 marks. Now the next thing is that the software that we have used, children, the software that we have used is Microsoft applications that we have used, Microsoft Office that we have used. But what we are supposed to do is, now we are going to use another application, and that is LibreOffice. That is what the application we are going to use. That is the package of LibreOffice. As I have told, it is the same as MS Office. The look, the feel of the software, the way you are going to use the software is absolutely the same. Okay, there is no such difference. Already we have just gone through the basics of using these applications in MS Word, but if you talk about LibreOffice, it is going to be the same. Okay, I'm going to show you everything, do not worry about it. Okay, but please understand these are the chapters that we need to focus more on, and we have sufficient time, so do not worry about the time. We have time, we will very well able to cover up everything nicely. Okay, and then the 50 marks of practical, that is the practical part which will be conducted in school. So that is the practical part. So as the time comes, I'm going to talk about this, what you're supposed to do for the practicals. But for the board exam, you need to focus on these chapters. Okay, so that is the first thing. Now we have the half yearly exam coming up, right? So do not worry, this particular part, that is the advanced features or whatever we have done, or whatever I told you, this is not going to be asked in your half yearly exam. The things that we have done before, the chapters that we have covered, that was the web applications, and then the digital documentation till spreadsheet, whatever we have done, okay, based on MS Office. Okay, so that is the only thing that will be asked for your half yearly exam. So do not worry for your half yearly exam. All this that I am talking about is going to be after your half yearly exam. After the half yearly exam, for the pre boards and for the board exams, you have to strictly follow all this. So do not pressurize for the upcoming half yearly exam. Whatever we have done, that is still spreadsheet, that is the basics of spreadsheet, and that too in MS Office. We are going to, the exam will be based on the same. It won't be based anything new is not going to be included in the half yearly exam. Whatever we have done, the same will be asked in your exam. But after that, children, for your pre boards and for the board exam, we are going to work with a writer, that is the documentation, that is the LibreOffice writer. So in MS Office it is called as MS Word, and over here for LibreOffice it will be called as writer, and for spreadsheet in MS Office it is called as Excel, whereas in LibreOffice it will be called as Calc. Okay, so LibreOffice Calc. Okay, so these are the applications we are going to learn, children, and it is very easy. It is the look, feel, and the functionality is very similar to the MS Office package, so do not worry. So I hope everything I made very much clear. Now children, comes to the book part. Okay, now please understand, already there are a lot of notes provided by the CBSE, and there will be a lot of notes that I will be providing from my side as well. So you can refer to that notes, it is more than sufficient. Now if you really want to go for some particular book, so you can go for the book that you were talking about, that was of Sumita Arora, that is of code 402. That is the latest version that you need to look for. If you want to go for this book, you can go for the book. Okay, otherwise it's not hard and fast that you have to go for the book. Even if you do not go for the book, there is a lot of documentation and lot of notes provided by the CBSE, as well as from my side I'm going to provide you a lot of notes, so do not worry about that. So anyway, the chapters we are going to cover in this particular like the unit 1, unit 2, it will be based on the Sumita Arora, so you do not have to worry. I'll be giving you the scanned copies of that also. I'm going to scan the chapters and I'm going to send, if you really want the Sumita Arora. So if you want to buy the book, you can go ahead. If you do not want to buy the book, it's okay. I'm going to provide everything from my side. So I hope everything I made clear to you, children. So okay, whenever you buy the book, please make sure that it is written, when you go through the syllabus, the first few pages, it will be written like unit 1 digital documentation, and this advanced thing will be there. Okay, only then you buy that book if you really want to buy it. Okay, if you really plan to buy it, for Sumita Arora 402, code is 402. Please look out for the index inside, and please check for the digital documentation, and it should be advanced. Only then that particular book you can buy it. Okay, if you buy the book, everything is there. It's everything included, that is this theory chapters and as well as this, everything is there included. So in one book you will get everything. So if you really want to buy it, children, you can go ahead and buy it, but please look out for this advanced thing that I spoke about. Okay, so hope everything is clear to you now. Now what we're going to do is, the first thing that you need to do is, children, how you're going to use the MS okay, we're not going to use MS Office, we are going to use the LibreOffice. Now for the LibreOffice, I'm going to show you how you can download LibreOffice. Now the biggest advantage of using LibreOffice is, children, that that it is absolutely free of cost. Okay, that's the biggest advantage. So simply what you can do is, you can type LibreOffice, and there is an option called as download. LibreOffice download, LIBRE Office download. Okay, and you will come to that particular website, that is libreoffice.org. it's the same thing. Okay, so you can click over here, libreoffice.org. okay, libreoffice.org, that's the website. and then the download thing will come in front of you. It is straight the page that will be displayed in front of you, and this is the latest version, that is LibreOffice 7.0.1. You can download this latest version, absolutely not a problem. Please choose your Windows, whether it is 64-bit or 32-bit. If you have 64-bit Windows, so you can download that, or if you have 32-bit window, then you can download that as well. So please choose your version properly. Maximum possibility is that you have the latest, if your laptop is new, or most probably, or even a year old, so most probably it will be a 64-bit Windows. So you can just click on download, and this will download a file which will be a huge file, around 300 MB file, so you have to download that. Once you download, so it will look something like this. I've just downloaded that file. I'm going to show you. Okay, let's come to download, and something like this, LibreOffice. Okay, over here. So okay, and this is the file. It's a huge file, children. It is around 300 MB. I'm just going to tell you. Okay, so it is a 302 MB file. Okay, so please download that and then install it. Just double click onto that file, just double click, as I showed you that file, double click onto that, and the setup file will start running, and the Office will get installed. The biggest advantage of using LibreOffice is, children, it is absolutely free. So it is not going to ask you for any activation, just like what we have for Office, Windows Office. Okay, so this is absolutely free application. Everything is there. Once you download this, then just go to search over here. Okay, and then type Libre, and once you type Libre, then you can see these are the options in front of you. Okay, so these are the options, and that is LibreOffice Calc, Base, and what we want is LibreOffice Writer. Okay, so this is the application that we are going to work on. I'm going to show you the application. So that is LibreOffice Writer. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Anyway, so it's LibreOffice Writer. So this is the application, children. It looks very similar. Okay, so I'm going to now stop this video, and I'm going to send another video to you in which we are going to learn about LibreOffice Writer. So hope everything about the syllabus I made it clear. Okay, do not worry about your half-yearly exams. Whatever we have done till now, till that Excel part, MS Excel, the same thing will be asked in a half-yearly exam. But after that, for your board exams, we need to focus on Writer. Okay, so we have a lot of time, we have ample time. There is no problem for anything. So I'm closing this window, children, closing this video, and then please switch over to my second video. Okay, bye.